start today's worldwide webinar. Jill, a big welcome to you. Thank you for joining us. Tell us who you are, where you're from, and then you can start your presentation.
Okay, so I'm Jill from JA Resorts and Hotels. The picture behind me is of sunny Dubai, but I'm in the northwest of England, so not quite so sunny. And today I'm going to focus on one of our hotels in Dubai called JA Ocean View Hotel.
Perfect. It's all yours, Jill.
Thank you. Okay, so those of you that know JA Resorts and Hotels are know that we've got properties in Dubai and Maldives, which you can see in the picture there. Today we're going to focus on a property in the UAE, which is JA Ocean View. So this property is described as where city energy meets beachfront bliss. And you can see from the main picture there in the background. So this is actually JA Ocean View here. It is in the heart of the city. And it's in the part of the city which is within Dubai Marina. So the picture that you see there overlooks the public beach area and the beach mall just in front of the property there itself. In terms of the location, so the area is called the Jumeirah Beach Residences, or JBR for short, and it actually sits between the Palm Jebel Ali and the Palm Jumeirah. So it's around 15 minutes from each of the Palm locations. It is the beachfront area of Dubai Marina, so that's why from the first picture you saw the property overlooking the beach. And it's around 30 minutes from Dubai International Airport. So this property is ideal for stopovers. So we get an awful lot of people shorter stays, but because of the location and you've got everything at your fingertips, it was one of the first areas in Dubai where you could actually walk outside. And the whole stretch of the JBR is about 1 kilometre in length. So great for your stopovers because you've got a beach and city combo. It's also great to team up with twin centre destinations. So Mauritius, Maldives, etc. Make a great combo with this particular property. It's also really good for shopping because directly in front of the hotel you've got the beach shopping mall. Also within the marina itself you've got Marina Mall, and you're only around 20 minutes to Mall of the Emirates and half an hour to the downtown area. So with that, getting out and about is also very, very easy from this property. So it kind of ticks all the boxes. It also comes in at a very competitive price point as well. So it's a real firm favourite for travellers to Dubai. It's also really close to the Blue Water Island, and in the background on this picture you can see the Ain Dubai or Eye of Dubai. And with that there is a bridge, a footbridge that goes directly from in front of the hotel right across to the Blue Water Island, so you can actually enjoy maybe the actual Eye of Dubai itself, or all the shops, bars and restaurants that they have on the Blue Water Island as well. It is the sister property of the 3 hotels that we have within JA the Resort, which is in the Jebel Ali beach area. So if there are guests staying with us that want to utilise a private beach facility, we can assist them getting to the resort and they can use that on a complimentary basis. All of the rooms in the property have got panoramic sea views, and to the left side you're overlooking the Blue Water Island, and to the right side Palm Jumeirah. In terms of the rooms themselves, there's 346 rooms and suites. They're all very spacious and they all have a sofa bed within them. So if we've got families travelling, we can accommodate 2 children up to 12 on the sofa bed. We can also have connecting rooms known as a family room, which is literally a connecting pair of rooms. Our club rooms, which are the same as the rooms that you've just seen, but located on the higher floors. Our junior suites and our one bedroom suites have access to the club lounge. And this club lounge actually has an amazing terrace area that overlooks both, again, blue water and Palm Jumeirah, but both at the same time. The junior suites are really, really spacious, open plan. And then with the one bedroom suites, you've got a living room like this one here with the connecting door through to the bedroom. In terms of restaurants and bars, well, because of our location, you've got plenty on your doorstep, ranging from coffee bars right up to Michelin star restaurants. So there's plenty going on just on your doorstep. In terms of dining options, we start off with a bed and breakfast plan, and we also have half board. We also recently created a half board plus and a full board plus, which means that guests can actually have drinks then to accompany their meals, which is a really nice option. And then during the summer months, as part of our promotions, we introduce an all-inclusive package as well. So we're very, very flexible on that. In terms of the dining options, so Il Motto Deli is this one here at the top. So this is actually a coffee bar meets wine bar concept. So you can have your coffee there in the morning with the croissant or a nice pastry or a cake. Plenty of options for lunch. And then in the evening, the popular option is to take a really nice bottle of wine and have one of our platters as well. So that's a great little casual option for the guests. Then we have Il Motto Deli, which is our pizzeria. Real lovely, freshly prepared New York style pizzas. And we also have a very extensive Italian menu as well. So the guests can enjoy lots of different options from there. And then we also have Offside. So Offside is our sports bar. Very lively of a weekend with all the main sporting events. And we have the big screens right around so the guests can watch the live sporting events. Then we have Aqua and Oya. So Aqua is our all-day dining restaurant. So we have the buffet breakfast, lunch and dinner options as well. In the evening for dinner, we tend to rotate and have lots of different themes. But the two most popular ones that we have there are our Saturday brunch, and we also do a Sunday roast at Aqua as well, which is really, really popular. And then finally, we've got Oya. So this is actually located on the pool deck on the third floor. And as you can see from the picture there, it looks very Greek in style. There's lots of bougainvillea around. You really do feel as though you've arrived in Santorini when you step out of the lift onto the third floor. The dining options there are amazing as well. And the portions are actually huge. So it's you'll never leave this restaurant feeling hungry. And obviously with the stunning view over the Blue Water Island as well, it's a really, really nice experience. Then, in terms of activities within the hotel, because obviously you've got the whole of Dubai on your doorstep, we do have two swimming pools, so you can see the main pool there to the right side. There is also a kids pool available, which is in the shade. So for the tiny tots, that's a great location for them. And once again, everything's overlooking the Blue Water Island while still carrying on the Greek theme from Oya Restaurant. We also have our health club and gym. We have a really nice spa as well, with a sauna, steam room, lots of different treatments, and also a hair salon as well. Then for our younger guests, we've got the Cool Zone Kids Club, which is complimentary from 4 to 12. And obviously the activities they have going on there are age appropriate. So depending on what guests we have in-house, our experienced team there will organise the activities to suit those guests. We also have the playground that you can see there as well. And also one thing I did miss out, but it's really popular in Dubai these days, is the paddle tennis. So this again is an outdoor facility, very, very popular for the guests that are staying with us. So very short and sweet from me today, but a hotel with an awful lot to offer, lots on the doorstep, and a great combo with a twin centre holiday. So thank you for joining us today. Appreciate that.
Thank you very much, Jill. And yeah, it is absolutely perfect location. And I love the Greek restaurants, you explaining that and about being able to sort of chill and have your bottle of wine and tapas. It sounds absolutely perfect. So
Absolutely.
thank you very much for that. And just remind us the name of the hotel again.
Yeah, so it's JA Ocean View Hotel.
Perfect. Super
Thank you.
amazing. Thank you very much, Jill. Khan, are you there?
Hello, I'm here from
Hello,
a
sweetie.
sunny
How are you?
Peterborough. I'm
You're in
good. How are
Peterborough.
you?
Oh, all
Yes.
good, all good. Perfect. So we've just had Jill, which is a perfect start for a twin centre in Mauritius. I'm now going to hand over to you. If you can introduce yourself, share your screen, and don't forget to tick the link to for your video if you have a video. And it's all
Amazing.
yours.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you so much to everyone who's here as well. It's so lovely to see some familiar names. I will just share my screen now. And moving on from the lovely Jill, we are staying in Mauritius, Indian Ocean. So I will share sound and share the screen as well. Here we go. Rightio. So thank you so much everyone for being here. And I will be touching on three of the resorts in the Marriott Mauritius portfolio. So starting with the St. Regis Le Morne, which we will be delving into properly today. However, I'll touch base on the other two, which are Le Meridien and Maurice. So this is further up northwest on the island, a beautiful hub of entertainment. So where you've got the family suites and kids clubs on one side of the resort, you've got the main hub of entertainment in the main resort, and then all the way on the other side of the kilometre of beach, you have the Nirvana wing, which is a key selling point in itself. So that is our adults only boutique within the resort, which is perfect for your honeymooners, your couples, everything like that. And they have their own added values in there too. So excursions are involved, completely complimentary, and things like complimentary rum tasting, sugarcane factory tours, everything you can think of are complimentary in the Nirvana Week. So this is the Nirvana wing as well, just touching base on the images here at this side of the resort. So it is definitely a key selling point in itself. Another key selling point of this resort is everywhere you go within the resort, it is Indian Ocean facing views. So whether you're in the junior suites up until the higher suites, whether you're in the gyms, whether you're in the spa, you will always have that Indian Ocean view, as that's the most important thing being in the Indian Ocean. And finally, last but not least, we have the Westin Turtle Bay. So this is 5 minutes apart from Le Meridien or Maurice, and this is a hub of well-being. So it's all sorts of holistic well-being experiences, whether you're touching base on living the best version of yourself, or whether you just want to enjoy the resort for what it is. We've also brought in a new concept where you choose a well-being pillar of Westin, which are global. So it's whether it's feel well, eat well, sleep well, move well, play well, or work well. No one wants to be working in Mauritius, but it is part of our well-being pillars. And however, with those concepts, you choose one of the cards, and that well-being pillar will be revolved around your stay. So whether you feel well, you'll be booked into the spa, Reiki therapy, yoga sessions, everything like that that you can think of. And that's there, the well-being pillar cards there. But more about the star of the show, the creme de la creme. This is the St. Regis Le Morne Resort in Mauritius. So we're situated in one of the best postcodes on the island. So we're down in the southwest of the island there. Le Morne Brabant is the key seller of this area on the island. So you've got the UNESCO World Heritage Site there, which you can actually hike and around. You can have the opportunity to go with a guide from the resort. So it's a perfect opportunity to see partial areas of the island, but also partial areas of the underwater waterfall as well, which is whenever you search up Mauritius in Google, that's the first thing that you'll see. So more about the resort and unique areas around this nearby points of interest, shall I say. Behind the resort, you've got the one-eye kite surfing spot. So that's the cleanest and sharpest wave in the Indian Ocean, and all the kite surfers flock over to this area to kite surf. So whether you're a beginner or an expert, it is essential to hop over to that side of the resort and around the corner, and it's a perfect key selling point that we've got that right on our doorstep. Obviously, all of our resorts are on the West Coast, so the West is best, as cliche as that sounds, but it is true in its saying because all the dolphins are situated along the West Coast as well. That's what they're home to. A handy toolkit as well is Mauritius Now. So this is Mauritius's tourist board website. So perfect for, you going on there for your clients as well. You can download key essential information, but also you can download key landing documentation as well, which you'll need to get into Mauritius. But also, again, you can see live webcam footage of the island, perfect way to showcase different parts of the island. More about the resort though. So as soon as you walk into the resort, you're greeted by that postcard setting. This is just the reception. So if you think this view is brilliant, wait until you see the other parts of the resort. As a St. Regis as well, since rebranding back in May, we have taken on board all the St. Regis traditions. So whether it's that the arrival drink, whether that's the signature drink of St. Regis as well, which is the Bloody Mary, as the Bloody Mary was originated in the St. Regis in New York. So we've taken that on board and we've put our Mauritian twist on things. So that's made with our masala foam and curried leaves as well in there. So perfect to sip on and savor on the island of Mauritius. More traditions include afternoon tea by the sea, that's a signature St. Regis tradition, as well as the all suites, all butler service teams in, like I said, all suites. So whether you're in the junior suites up until the higher suites, all the suites will have that signature St. Regis traditional butler service team. It's just a QR code that you download on your phone and they get automatically added to your contract list, which is brilliant. No ask is too big or too small. So leading it into our accommodation styles, we have many across the resort and they're almost like villa style accommodations with the bottoms being access usually or garden access and then the top layers being balcony access as well and balcony views. So here we start off with the junior suite and Ocean Haven junior suites. These are spectacular for a junior suite and they come in at 65 meters squared. So they're absolutely massive. And you've got your living areas in there, your sofas, your his and her sinks, your standalone pebble baths, which is absolutely stunning. And they've really incorporated with the refurbishments in the rooms, the Mauritian furniture. So it's really enhancing that Mauritian feel in the suites. Another one of my favorites is the Manor House Spa Suite. So there are 7 of these suites within the resort, and that is the reason why the number is more on the lower side is because of how massive the suites are. So they go up to 214 meters square, and that's because your ensuite has 2 treatment tables within them. So it's more focusing on your well-being. You have 50-minute complimentary treatments per adult in the suites as well, and the spa comes to you. You don't need to worry about going to the spa. So that's the star of the show, and you can have treatments and signature treatments within the comfort of your own suite. Here we have the Le Morne suite. So these are the largest suites along the beachfront. So you have your patio areas there, got your beach access, and you don't even need to leave your patio area without feeling like you're on the Le Morne Peninsula, which is absolutely stunning. And you also have your lounge areas, your dining areas, and everything like that. But also, there's some additions in the rooms too. So you have your state-of-the-art telescope, so you can stargaze in the comfort of your own suite. And there's no better place to be doing stargazing than in Mauritius, where there's no light pollution whatsoever. We then move on to another star of the show. There's so many stars in the shows today that we then have the Grand Beachfront Villa. So this is in a league of its own. It's elevation to the next level. And this is right at the end of the resort. And this is where you have no one passing by. You've got your own private sitting area, gated community. So it's very separate to the resort. It can sleep up to 16 guests. So it's absolutely incredibly large, each accompanied with 4 suites within the villa. So you've got 4 suites accompanied by their own plunge pools. I can understand 16 guests is quite a lot. So if you do want that elevated luxury, but you haven't got 16 people to go with, you can still book off each suite dependent on how many guests are coming and staying. So ultra luxurious living in the St. Regis Grand Beachfront Villa. You've got your suites, which can be opened up totally panoramically, which is in the image there. You've got your private indoor gyms, and that's accompanied by techno gym equipment. So you've got that big brand to support it if there's any gym goers there. You've also got your private bars. It's a separate, dedicated butler service team to the villa. So they'll be coming in, they'll be making any mocktails or cocktails of your choice, but also there's a private dedicated chef as well, in-house chef, who will be making all the cuisines that you can think of as well. So it's that luxury to another level. As you can see here, massive dining tables overlooking the infinity pool and Indian Ocean. So that's perfect for your generational families. Here we have the pools of the resort. So we've got the main pools there and then the garden pool as well to the top left and the right hand side. That's the garden pool. And the garden pool is one of my favorites as well because next door is the coconut shack. That's a little wheelie shack that, you know, all the people are there handing out coconuts, but it's got the St. Regis pressed into the coconut. So it's your own branded coconut, which is lovely and it enhances the destination for sure. Moving on to dining outlets, there are 5 within the resort. So whether it's the floating market in the top left, that's our Pan Asian, one of my favorite cuisines, and that's Thai, Malaysian, and Vietnamese in there. So if the image is beautiful, don't get me wrong, but when you're in the restaurant and facing outwards, the water's beautiful. There's lanterns on the water, and then onwards, you're overlooking the Indian Ocean as well. So it's a real Asian feel in there, which is perfect. To the top right, that's Atsuko, so that's our Japanese teppanyaki experience. So whether you're in the restaurant, choosing to dine in there, or whether you choose to dine on the beach, very exclusive experience, the option is completely up to you. And they will be making the food right in front of your eyes, which is a great, great experience. Speaking about Atsuko is the only restaurant that's not included in the full board package. However, it's not a price point why we took it away. It's more so how close-knit the restaurant is. So that being said, we offer our guests £100 resort credit towards dining at Atsuko, but we advise to book early as it is quite a close-knit restaurant. To the bottom right of the screen there, that's the Boathouse Aegean Beach Grill and Lounge, and that's our Mediterranean and Cypriot Turkish kind of cuisine. So here you'll have beautiful sunsets, beautiful views as well, overlooking the Indian Ocean, but your Mediterranean style cuisines. Perfect for your lunches. In the middle there, at the bottom, you've got India. This was another refurbishment. The tilings there in the images, these have all been refurbished since the rebrand. And this is where we have our Indian cuisine. So it's a modern take on Indian cuisine, and we've invited Chef Malik over from Dubai. And he's trained in Qatar, Kuwait, UAE, and he's brought all of his culinary skills over from there. And he touches base on the 8-course taster menus, whether it be vegetarian or meat-based, the option's completely up to you. And that's a culinary journey in itself for sure. And the bottom left, last but not least, we've spoken about all sorts of cuisines apart from Mauritian. And where are we? We are, of course, in Mauritius. So we have to enhance those flavors. So that's Le Manoir Dining Room, and that's touching base on Mauritian flavors with French influence. Speaking about dining options, though, we have a destination dine around concept. So in each of the resorts, whether it be St. Regis, Le Meridien or Maurice, or Westin Turtle Bay, it's perfect for the Westin and Le Meridien because they're 5 minutes apart. But you can dine at each one of these in the evening at no extra cost. So 3 resorts, 14 restaurants, and 1 culinary journey. Cooking classes as well are very celebrated here in Mauritius. The cuisines are endless. So whether you're learning about produce, learning about the specific styles, these will be run by fine dining experts from all around the resort. So whether it be family bonding sessions, group sessions with your friends or family, or single sessions as well, the options up to you. Fine dining again, so another investment and refurbishments, like I said, in India restaurant, in the Atsuko restaurant, and then fine dining, plant-based fine dining. So plant-based fine dining, I've never heard of before they introduced it here at the St. Regis Le Morne, and that just shows how we cater to all sorts of dietary requirements, whether it be plant-based, vegetarian, vegan, the list is endless. And it's quite nice as well because you don't have to worry about being left out, even if you've got specific dietary requirements, you still have that elevated service. Exclusive beach butlers and bento box lunch services. These are down at the beach on the Morne Peninsula. Absolutely stunning. Even if you're on the sun lounges, to the hammocks, everything like that, you can enhance the views and captivate that beautiful view without having to lift a finger. So the beach butlers are there to assist whatever your needs, but also they deliver the bento box lunch services. So they are really light snacks and beautiful concepts that are made from the fine dining experts at Atsuko restaurant. Le Patisserie, so this is another investment into the resort. This is an exclusive pick-me-up station. So it's attached to Le Manoir Dining Room, and this is where you get your state-of-the-art pastries, croissants. If you're looking for a healthier alternative, you've got your freshly pressed juices in the fridges there, and also freshly ground beef on a daily basis as well. The St. Regis Spa, this is something which is really celebrated here at St. Regis as well. And we have 12 treatment rooms, whether it be singles, doubles, anything like that. And the options completely up to you again. But in terms of the signature rituals and treatments, we have everything from the Swedish back massages, which is the standard, all the way up to the treatments, which is focusing on your lifestyle, your inside as well as your outside, which is perfect and definitely necessary when you're on the island of Mauritius. In terms of kids clubs, we offer kids clubs across all three of our resorts, open until 2 p.m., which is really relatively late as well, to allow for the adults to have that exclusivity in the evenings too. We've got Le Palme d'Or, our indoor cinema. Who can say that they've seen a film and watched it in a cinema in Mauritius? Not a lot of people, so that's an option for you as well. We do also have the babysitting facilities, so they are under 3 years of age. But this is the only service which is a surplus, but not a big surplus at all. It's £7 to £8 an hour, so really relatively cheap, especially compared to the UK prices or wherever you are in the world. And then from 12 years and over, it's that hard age where you get to where you don't want to be in the kids' clubs, you don't want to be hanging around parents. So we introduced the drawing rooms, and that is a hub for the teens. A hub for the teens to mingle, and a hub for the teens to play, air hockey, or pool, but also we've got all sorts of game consoles there and sofas. So it's almost like a home from home. Nearby points of interest for the St. Regis, as I mentioned earlier, we've got the One Eye Kite Surfing Spot. We've got Chamoral Waterfalls, Chamoral Seven Coloured Earths. So the options are there for you, and there's so much to do, especially Casella Nature Reserve. That's one of my favourites. You can go through the nature reserve on eco bikes, so you know that you're doing good for the environment, but also exploring to your heart's content, and then seeing all the animals throughout the forest. It's beautiful. Another St. Regis tradition is the sabrage at sunset. So this is key for the St. Regis. They do it all over the world, but in Mauritius, there's something so special about this. It starts at 5 p.m. when the sun starts to set, and this is when the resort comes alive. So you've got Le Morne Brabant in the backdrop there. Perfect environment. Honestly, it's like a postcard. You need to take a photo when you're there, otherwise no one will believe you how beautiful this setting is. So you savor the champagne, guided by the teams, you get knighted, and you get a certificate to say that you've done it. So it's a nice send home postcard to say that you've done such a beautiful experience, dating back to old Napoleonic times as well. Absolutely stunning. Stargazing. So as I said, there are some state-of-the-art telescopes in the suites, but as well as the suites, you can do it down at the beach on the Morne Peninsula. Perfect for stargazing. No better place, as I mentioned before, to do the stargazing than in Mauritius. You can literally grab onto the stars. They're so close. In terms of water sports, all non-motorized water sports are included, regardless of board basis, across all three resorts. So whether it be paddleboarding, you've got your kayaking, everything like that is included. And some motorized water sports at the St. Regis are included as well. So that includes jet skiing, which is a key selling point in itself, being complimentary. You've got waterboarding, water skiing, everything like that. They are complimentary, which is great value for money. And then also we have the Bennington boat service, which is in the top right there. That takes you to Crystal Rock free of charge. And you can also see the dolphins en route, so it's an added plus onto your journey. But Crystal Rock is where all the marine life are underneath, so you can see those marine life snorkel to your heart's content. But if you are looking for more of a wilder side of exploration, we've got horseback riding there. So in the bottom left, that's an outsourced company right next door to the resort. But with it being right next door, it's very, very accessible, and the horses gallop through the water. It's absolutely stunning. And the Iron Club Prestige there in the top right is our in-house kitesurfing club. And this is where you can hire out all the kitesurfing equipment, whether it be over the other side of the one kitesurfing spot. You can go over there. If you're a beginner or if you're an expert, you can do it. Coming later this year, we will be introducing the Pro. So we'll be going back to our roots in terms of our traditional Mauritian boat. So this will be utilised for family fishing trips, going to different types of islands, or the sunset cruises. So perfect for all sorts of clientele in that sense. And it's that exclusivity as well. So I've just got a little video here, which I will play for you now.
The Astor's evening ritual began with a pop of champagne. Today it lives on as sabrage at sunset, the resort's sparkling take on a St. Regis tradition, Le Morne, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a symbol of resistance and freedom. Stories and tales abound as the tall mountain casts its magical spell, captivating the minds of all. Equally enthralling is the local music, the sega. First, the revan, a drum that sets the foundation. Then the maravan, creating a lovely rattle. Finally, the triangle, the bit of sparkle in the melody, wouldn't you say? Sega music's rhythm oscillates between moderate and wonderfully fast, perfect for dancing. Now, back to why we're here. Champagne, a Jeroboam, of course. For those not familiar, a Jeroboam is not 1, 2, or 3, but 4 bottles. The only honourable way to open such a bottle is the sabrage, a tradition dating back to Napoleon Bonaparte, which the Astors were particularly fond of. That's it, sway to the music. From sunset to sunrise, every moment is a memory in the making. The Astor.
There we are. Sorry, I'll just start my video again. So those are the sorts of experiences that you can expect at the St. Regis Le Mans. So there's elevated experiences, but I just wanted to say that concludes everything. And thank you so, so much for being here today and for listening to the St. Regis Le Mans Mauritius presentation.
Thank you very much. I was expecting to see myself in that video, but then I realised I have never had the pleasure of doing the what's it called, the sabrage at sunset. So
Yeah,
certainly
well,
something I
hopefully
need
you'll
to
be
go and do.
definitely, and I look forward to welcoming you or the team welcoming you to do the Sabrage at sunset very soon. I'm sure you'll be doing that
Yeah.
in the near future.
Absolutely. And I tell you what, the food at San Regis is absolutely incredible. It's everything that has been described and more. So a great location, a great hotel. There is a couple of questions that have come up, Khan. We have got,
Perfect.
does it include scuba diving?
Scuba diving is a surplus, but it does include scuba diving in the resort. There is a separate area, the water sports area.
Okay, super. So to go out at sea, you pay extra for that. There's a question about weather. Do you want me to answer it?
Go on, then you're probably best to do it. I
Okay.
mean, Peterborough isn't exactly Mauritius, so
Okay, so Debbie has asked, which time of year is advised to go without the rainy season, please? It's really hard because Mauritius is a tropical island and we get rain all various times. Now, the heaviest rain we normally get is January, February, and sort of the first couple of weeks of March. Now, not to say that we can't get it now, like for example, today it's been raining on and off, but it's blue skies and then it goes grey and then it rains for 5 minutes and then it's like the typical tropical weather. For me, my two favourite months are April and October, or even into November. These ones are the lowest rainfall, if that helps you at all. So that's been answered. Tracy, she was in Mauritius in March and left a piece of her heart there. Yep, exactly.
oh, hope to see you back soon for sure.
Yeah, no, incredible. They really are incredible. And there was as well, Nicola, I think it was. No, Natalie. She stayed at the Le Meridien in Maurice, but 18 years ago, and I was just explaining to her that hotel is completely different now. It is
So, so
so
different.
incredible. So
It
when
was
was it? It was
refurbed
about
in
3 years ago.
2022. Yeah,
Yeah. So
2022. And it opened back up its doors and it was completely changed in terms of clientele, in terms of the Indian Ocean being the main, point of views and everything like that. So, and there's so much, the Nirvana wing included as well.
yeah.
And the dining out as well. Beautiful resort.
Yeah, so Excellent. Thank you very much. And Karen, blessing me, jumped on this call very, very quickly. We have an issue with Westin Reserva Conchal. They've not been able to make the webinar. So, Karen, I thank you massively at such short
No
notice
worries.
for
It
coming
was so
on.
worth
And
it.
yeah, I'm representing Marriott. So, thank you very, very much.
Amazing.
Okay, so Khan, do you have a question? Jill has had to leave, but she has got a question for me as well. So, as a reminder for today, everybody that's on the webinar gets a prize draw entry. Jill's got a little question for her property, which I will ask for you. So, if you can just make sure that you drop down on chat says everyone. Khan, if you don't have a question, think of one. So I'm going to ask you next. So, Jill, her question was. Where in Dubai is JA Ocean View located? And this is a really easy one. Yeah. Natalie, you're on fire. That was very, very fast. It is, of course, it's the JBR or the Jumeirah Beach Residence. So, Natalie, I'm just popping your name down. You have your 10 points for that one. And can you have a question for us?
I do. So it's in terms of the St. Regis Grand Beachfront Villa, and the question is, how many guests in total can stay within the villa?
Oh, that was so easy.
Sorry, my
Okay,
brain was
so
ticking.
Elise said it's 16. Is that correct?
It is correct. Yeah, that's amazing.
Perfect. Also, I've not seen that. I've not seen or stayed that. We should have a fam trip there. 16 people. We can
Definitely.
organise that.
Well, coming into 2026, I'll try and get something sorted. I need to take out some fans anyway, so hopefully we'll do
Perfect.
something.
Awesome. Yeah, Tracy's going fam trip. Nicole, yes, I will share. We will share the copy of the recording. I will copy in Can and also Jill, and I will copy Francina from the Western Reserve Conchal. So if you do have any questions for any of the hosts, please do reach out to them, or if you need anything, image gallery access or anything. Can will you send a follow-up, don't you, with your access and your bits and bobs
Yeah,
anyway?
yeah, I'll send follow up with the imagery and things like that. So, and don't hesitate to reach out either in terms of if you need anything whatsoever, even for yourselves,
Perfect. Thank you very much. Well, that draws us to a
amazing.
close of today's worldwide webinar. So a big thank you to Jill and Can for popping on. Great presentation, great hotels, much
Oh,
appreciated. This is the one before, well, we've got one more webinar before the end of the year. But if we don't see you before then, happy Christmas, Can. Happy Merry Christmas to you as well. We'll
oh,
see you in
thank
the
you
new
so, so
year.
much. Definitely. Merry Christmas to you too, and I'll see you very soon on the next one.
Perfect. Well, thank you, everybody. I will send a copy of the recording out tomorrow. See you all very soon and have a great weekend. Thanks, everybody.
Take care. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Bye. Thanks, Can.
Bye.